What's up, guys? It's Anthony with Amateur Hour Adventures here at 5-ish a.m. Gonna climb Bear Peak, maybe South Boulder Peak today. Gonna give it a whirl. Hopefully we make it at least to Bear. We're gonna be taking Fern Canyon on the way up and then Shadow Canyon on the way down. And we're starting here at the Shanahan Ridge Trailhead. We'll see how today goes. All right, Shanahan Mesa, that away to head up Fern Canyon. All right, we are a mile and a half in, about 1 hour. At that point, you're gonna hit Fern Canyon Trail, right there. You're gonna follow that all the way up until you get to Bear Peak. Sunrise. Heading up Fern Canyon, I'm sure the camera doesn't do justice to how steep this really is. It's quite the slog up until you get to the saddle. And then once you do get to the saddle, still kind of gnarly. It just gets steeper and it just gets looser. So make sure you take your time going up these big rocks. Okay, we made it to the saddle. If you've made it to this point, this is the saddle. And if you want to climb Nebel Horn, I believe, is that rock formation up there, you can do that. We're gonna keep going to the top of Bear Peak. This is when the real fun begins. Again, it gets a little bit steeper, a little bit looser, so make sure you pace yourself accordingly. And make sure you drink plenty of water and eat plenty of food, but right here at the saddle is a good spot to take a break. In the distance over there, that away is Green Mountain. If you want a real adventure, you could do all 3 peaks in a day: Bear, South Boulder, and Green. Makes for quite the day, but you can definitely connect it all together, which makes for a really cool day. About halfway up the saddle, it is steep, steep, steep. I'm sure there's a GoPro effect that doesn't quite show how steep this is, but there's Becca down there. And here's the side of the slope. And here's where it goes. So it is really steep. Again, take your time, you'll be fine. It's a lot of fun. The air is definitely getting thin though, but we're getting there. Just gotta stick with it. Right here, that's Long's Peak in the distance over at Rocky Mountain National Park. That is the northernmost 14er. Getting close to the summit, you'll hit this point where The trees look like they're starting to thin out and disappear, kind of sitting on this ridge that direction. And the city, can't quite see, but it's over in that direction. When you get to this point, that is actually the kind of false summit just up ahead over here. Once you crest that, you will actually see the summit in sight. Not really much shrubbery, foliage heading up the summit, but once you do get past this stretch, home stretch, you'll see exactly where you're going once you hit that end of the trees right here. Getting really close. Home stretch. Howdy. Pretty good. Down there, Becca's making her way up. Made it.
Excellent.
View could be worse. All right, to the peak. Made it up.
Hit top, you knocked off my small insulated bag.
South Boulder, peak over there. That's gonna be number 2 for today. Golden in the distance. Big fire here in 2012, 2013. Hey, nice. Gonna take a snack break. Okay, so a little spicy scrambling down. There's actually a way to scramble down the backside of Bear Peak. I don't recommend it. You actually go down that way. Definitely not the standard route. Go up the way you came. It's pretty well marked once you make it to the summit, but you can actually go down the backside if you are able to do class 3-ish scramble down. So be safe, do what you feel like is within your comfort zone and what you feel like you have the skills for. We're gonna be heading over to South Boulder Peak now, over that way, about half a mile. After a short jaunt downhill, you're gonna make your way to the base of South Boulder Peak. This is where the junction for Shadow Canyon is. So what we're gonna do is head up South Boulder Peak, and then we're gonna double back up the trail. Kind of goes up this way, straight up, and we'll come straight back down there, and then we'll make our way down that way. Really cool hike, good way to get a twofer. How you feeling?
Good.
Good play-by-play. Solid commentary today. Okay, we made it here to the saddle of Bear and South Boulder. Shadow Canyon, we're gonna head back down that way after we summit up over there. South Boulder's never really been one of my favorite peaks, but I think around 2012 or 2013 there was a really big fire that decimated the side of the mountain. Hence, well, it's just kind of ugly now. Wasn't that pretty to begin with, but at least it would have some foliage. Now, not so much. It's starting to grow back though. Keep cruising up, and before you know it, bam! You're there. All right, got you at the summit. Okay, made it to the summit. Great view. Becca down there, and Bear Peak over there, and Green Mountain over there, Rocky Mountain National Park, and Longs Peak over there. On a clear day, I think you might be able to see Pikes Peak way in the distance, all the way over there, but not really a clear day today. So, all right, objective number 2 out of the way, South Boulder Peak, and we're gonna enjoy it here for a minute, and then we're gonna go ahead and head down Shadow Canyon. On the way down. Objective number 2 complete. Now we're gonna head down Shadow Canyon. We have made it down South Boulder Peak, and we're back to this junction here. So we're gonna take Shadow Canyon Trail right here, and we're gonna head down that way and then head around this mountain. All right, the consensus is it's like Fern Canyon, but browner. And there's this giant rock that we're about to walk next to.
I like to call them mountain lion rocks.
Yeah, mountain lion rocks. You're just waiting for a mountain lion to jump down on you.
This is Homeward Bound.
We're a little more than halfway down the steepest part of Shadow Canyon. It's very similar to Fern Canyon in that it's very steep, very rocky. This is kind of your terrain all the way up until you get to that saddle again where it splits off to go to Bear and South Boulder. An old cabin over there. The trail splits into 2 once you kind of get down the steeper part of Shadow Canyon. You'll see a sign to Mesa Trail, and we're coming from Shadow Canyon, so we're gonna go down the Mesa Trail, and that should lead us to where we want to be. If you're allergic to grass or any foliage, maybe don't take this trail. Denver skyline in the distance. 2 miles left to go. I forgot to film on Mesa Trail, but there's a turnoff where you need to stay on Mesa Trail to head back north to get back to the cars. And if you're feeling like you have extra energy, You can cruise all the way to Chautauqua, get some happy hour time over there. Ran into a couple people on the trail, and that's what they said they were doing. It sounds awesome. Some ice cream, some French fries. Yeah. This is the part of the trail where you start thinking of what you want to eat. But 2 miles left to go. Pretty standard trail. Nice and wide, nothing too crazy on the Mesa Trail. Really nice area to jog if that's your thing. You can definitely jog on back to the cars from here. So you're gonna get to the junction of the South Fork Shanahan Trail right here. You're gonna take that down to Shanahan Fork, South Fork. That's gonna take you to the Shanahan connector, and then you're gonna hop back onto the Shanahan Trail, but it's gonna be the North Fork, and that's gonna take you all the way down to the car. This has been quite the journey. We still have about a mile left to go down to the car from here. More or less, it's gonna be this gravel road type double track. It's been a really awesome hike today. Definitely worthwhile. Yeah, really fun adventure. If you got the legs to do it, definitely give it a whirl. And if you like this video, please hit subscribe, hit that like button, and until next adventure, do good, be good. We'll see you out there.